You finally decide to change your life. You're motivated, you're ready, you're all in. And then, like clockwork, your brain absolutely loses its mind. Not in 3 weeks, not in 3 days. Within 72 hours, you feel worse than before you even started. You're anxious, you're irritable, you can't focus. And here's the thing that'll mess you up. This isn't because you're weak. This is your brain activating what psychologists call the extinction burst. And if you don't know what's happening in these next 72 hours, you'll quit. Just like 92% of people who set New Year's resolutions. Just like everyone else who says, I'll start Monday, and never does. And I study why people fail at change even when they desperately want it. If this flips how you see self-sabotage, hit subscribe, because what I'm about to show you isn't in any self-help book. Here's what's actually happening inside your skull. Your brain runs on pattern, neural pathways. Think of them like dirt roads your thoughts travel down every single day. You wake up, check your phone, hit snooze, scroll Instagram, feel like garbage, eat the same breakfast, zone out at work. That's a pathway. And your brain, it loves these pathways. They're efficient. They're automatic. They don't require any mental energy. But the second you try to change, the second you decide I'm waking up at 6 a.m., I'm going to the gym, I'm done scrolling, you're trying to build a new road. And your brain, it freaks out. This is the extinction burst. It's the moment your old habits fight back harder than ever before. It's not gradual. It's not subtle. It's like, your brain throws an absolute tantrum because you're threatening its favorite shortcut. Smokers trying to quit report their cravings get worse in the first 72 hours. Not better. People starting diets have their biggest hunger pangs on day 2 and 3. Your brain cranks up the discomfort to make you go back to what's familiar. And here's the brutal part. Most people think this means they're doing it wrong. You start working out. Day 1, you feel great. Day 2, your muscles scream. Day 3, you wake up and think, why does this feel harder than yesterday? So you tell yourself a story. Maybe I'm not cut out for this. Maybe this isn't my thing. Maybe I should try something else. But that's not what's happening. What's happening is your brain is testing you. It's saying, are you serious about this new road? Or are we going back to the comfy dirt path? And when you don't understand the extinction burst, you think the pain means stop. But the pain actually means you're right on the edge of the breakthrough. Let me give you a real example. There was a study done on people trying to build a morning routine. The researchers tracked them for 90 days. And you know what they found? The people who quit did it between day 2 and day 5. Almost all of them. They hit the extinction burst, felt terrible, and bailed. But the people who made it to day 7, 80% of them were still going strong at day 90. 7 days. That's the difference between people who change their lives and people who stay stuck forever. So here's the 72-hour rule that separates dreamers from doers. When you make a decision to change, you have exactly 72 hours to take one concrete action, or your brain will kill the idea. Not pause it, kill it. There's a psychological principle called the Zeigarnik effect. Your brain remembers unfinished tasks way better than completed ones. But here's the catch. If you don't start the task within 72 hours, your brain stops seeing it as a task. It becomes a fantasy. I'm gonna start a business. Cool. What did you do in the first 72 hours? If the answer is nothing, your brain has already filed that under nice dream, never happening. But if you registered a domain name, if you sketched out one idea, if you sent one email to someone in that industry, boom, your brain now sees it as unfinished business. It keeps it alive in your working memory. It nags you to keep going. This is why people who write down their goals within 24 hours are 42% more likely to achieve them. Not because writing is magic, because action, even tiny action, tells your brain, we're serious about this.